Action is the foundational key to all success. Pablo Picasso. My friends, the action for us, 10 to 15 minutes each and every day tracking these stock charts. Now we can see how we had 2.5 days of strong up movement, peeling off some yesterday afternoon, down today. So we are still above this is on the half-day chart, we are still above the weekly trend line, right on it on the 2-day chart, and this, of course, represents Wednesday. So when the markets close on Thursday, we will see this candle finish drawing, and we'll see where it is at that point as we check out the weekly chart. And again, I'll expand that a little bit. We can see that over the last 3 weeks, we've reached a higher high this week. We have a small candle, but again, about the size of these last weeks, which is only going to be a short week this week, only 4 days because of Memorial Day holiday on Monday. We can see the last 2 weeks average as far as volume goes. We'll see where this week ends up. But again, a down day today doesn't mean everything's changing. We can see where things have flowed, but again, have been moving up ever since that super high volume down week back on the 13th of March, beginning that Monday. Next week, we saw above average volume with a spinning top. And then, of course, the changeover took place. Sideways slide, starting there the week of the 24th, and then started moving up again. That was the 24th of April. And then, of course, we saw things starting to move up again on the week beginning the 15th of May. So as we see things continue to move up some, a little bit of a pullback here, doesn't mean everything has changed. So we will keep an eye as we continue to push through the 2 more days of this week. Now, the NASDAQ 100 pulling back some also, but you can see bigger candles, stronger movement. And again, it turned around about the same time as the S&P, but it has been stronger in its upsurge, and this week a stronger week with a bigger candle. And again, we can see more volume and a little below average, but gaining starting back on the 8th of May, then the 15th of May, then the 22nd of May. We've seen volume gaining as we've seen the candle get bigger. So we'll see how this week finishes there. We're paying close attention to that. Price on the 2-day above the weekly trend line and well above it on the half day. So that is where we are. Now let's move from stocks to bonds, and we'll go to bonds and see where they are. They are up for the day. They've been up 2.5 days, and we can see on this half day chart how they're pushing through that trend line that we see here on the, now this is confusing. Where is this? I know I got rid of this yesterday and it just popped back up again. I don't know where that's coming from. I have no idea. I know I got rid of one yesterday, but this is the correct trend line. Pushing up through it. This is the weekly trend line that we see up here on our top chart, which is the weekly. Same on the 2-day. Some strong movement. Now, what do we have as far as the weekly candle goes? We'll expand that chart. Take a look. You can see that it's a doji. Now, we had high volume, above average volume back on the 15th, a little below average last week. And this week, we do see it's green. That's based upon how we have our volume set up. Has to do with the opening price above the prior closing price of last week. That's what gives us the green volume. What we're really most interested in is how much is the volume, not the candle color as much. That can be whatever almost we want it to be, but it is important to be watching for that. So we'll keep an eye. Right now, we've still got a red doji here, so we'll see how the rest of the week continues to move along, keeping in mind we're penetrating the weekly trend on both the 2-day and the half-day charts, and we've got a doji, lots of indecision. We've seen that before. Close to it, spinning tops, almost dojis with high volume, and then just the down move continued. So we're not getting overly excited. What about gold? Up for the day a little bit, 0.15%. 2 days of some up movement in gold. Hasn't penetrated the half-day The half-day chart has not penetrated the weekly trend line, nor has the 2-day. It's right up there on it. And we look at where we are this week, red down candle, not reaching a lower low, the low that was on there last week. But again, we'll watch, wait, and see what's happening with gold. And lastly, I'm glad to see a big back turn, 3.39%. I want, again, like I said, I want to see a reset on the movement on Bitcoin. I want to see a down move continue for a while. I'm hoping we're still below. You can see the weekly trend line on the 2-day and the half-day. And I want to see Bitcoin retract a bit further. Now we have a green spinning top for the week above those prior 2-week, almost 3, well, yeah, the trend line we would set with any of these last 3 candles. And we'll just continue to watch the week and see if this does not turn red on us. It may or may not. We'll keep an eye on things. It's going to be hard to do too much with it, as you can tell, because it has popped up above what the trend line would be for these prior weeks. So it could turn over and move down, but I don't know how likely that is. So we'll continue to watch and see how we go for the rest of the week. That is where we are, folks, as we end the day on Wednesday, go into Thursday, this shortened through a 4-day trading week as opposed to 5 days because of the Memorial Day holiday. Those of you off this week in the States, hope you're having a great Memorial holiday week. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.